Welcome to Orlando, Florida, the vacation capital of the world, but no time to take a vacation today. The stadium is rocking, the bounce house, as the UCF Knights are ready to open another season. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Jayhawks will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense set for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Give to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. On target to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Right back to him on the ground. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick release on the RPO. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the target. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. He's now got 78 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. They'll ride the hot hand. Trucks through the defender.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, the ground game. Ran through the contact. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, UCF!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Plows through the defense. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Comes out throwing on first down. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
UCF 14, Kansas 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He leaves it with his back. At the 35, he's loose. Just plowing ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Knights will have it 1st and 10.
Defensively, you'll take the slow day. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge...
Off he goes! And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point,
the expressway is wide open. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, UCF! And once he got loose, it was all over. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. He's got his man. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now the play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give out of the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at Wildcat on the menu tonight in Lexington. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The run to the left. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in. He's got it on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Jayhawks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Tackled after picking up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack.
Brings up third down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
UCF 42, Kansas 14.
The Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got a man, it's Whitaker. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out! Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The corners are walked up tight. He wants to throw it again. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF! And the punishment has been extended. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing your tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Oh, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll move it up to the 37. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them.
Looking for a huge play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
They decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
The give to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Knights! And the beatdown has ensued.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Kansas offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped.
All kinds of running room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flips it out to the back. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Basic connection. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Knights moving quickly to the line. Power ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, but the sweet Bruin catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Gets it out fast. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Throws to the wideout. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
We're going to wrap this one up with the PAT. They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so...